Hello, everybody. I'm sitting here thinking this morning about my messaging, my day yesterday, and all of the people that are in my life. We are a people that want something. When I say we, I mean everybody. Blacks, white, Latino, Asian, every race. I don't want to say anything wrong because I know that I might. Here's what I know. In the last 16 months, I've been given the opportunity to learn more about St. Louis, Missouri, its systems, its cultures, its organizations, and from my perspective, why we're kind of in this spiral and can't get out. Everybody wants better, that's for sure. But when I came home from college, I came home to a culture shock, a culture shock. There was no way in the world life could have been what it is from what I left, but it was. But what's even more shocking is that as people change, they start to want something different, something better. And that's okay too. Some people, though, they're stuck. And it takes time for them to shift their paradigm. It takes time for them to get in step. The question is, how willing are we with our beliefs, with our systems, our cultures, our values, our groups? Are we willing to allow people to shift and become their best selves? All my life, I was told to vote a certain way, and I always have. One other thing that I've seen over all of these years in our community, and I mean in Black and brown communities, particularly Black, is the same politicians year after year after year after year in position. And one thing they do tell us, and I think there's some truth to it, is that it's hard to get policy that we want in Jefferson City because they fight with the other side of the aisle about whatever they fight about, which creates a problem. If you don't do this, I won't do this. And the one community that it affects more than anyone when they get into this war is us, the marginalized community. But what I'm still trying to understand is why every year, every election season, no matter what, we consistently vote the same people in office. We consistently do the same things, expecting a different result. We refuse to shift how we think about things, how we include people, how we share information. We have multi-million-dollar organizations all across the metropolitan area doing the work. I believe that. But does the work come together and help the community that everyone is trying to save? As I'm talking to different nonprofits and organizers and people in the work and influencers and all of that, everybody is doing the work. Everyone has missions and values connected to the work, but everybody is shifting and doing it their own way. And I dare say, if they all pool all of their resources for one mighty mobilization effort, we can get the change that we need. But it requires all of these organizations, all of them, all of the nonprofits, all of the influencers, all of the business owners, all of them to come together like a mighty fist and make a decision to shift, to do it differently so the people most impacted gets the most results. We're not doing that. We're pushing what we think is the best thing for the people. And it's not. It's not. It's not the best thing to have a mayor in office for over 30 years. Make it make sense. It's not the best thing not to give the constituents of your community all of the information. It's not the best thing to have us go through systems of oppression to ask you to do something that you can just systematically set up and have it done until it starts to stick in their head. We have to keep the community clean. No one should have to go through systems like that to say, please send the street sweep, please send the street sweep, please send the street sweep. They're dumping garbage in our communities every single day. Send those street sweep people the same way you send them to the Central West End. One of the state representatives said that. I do not understand why we will not help each other. I would like to be a part of the solution with you. But I also understand that politics is ingrained in the very fabric of the community that I live in. And if we do not shift with the politics, chances of getting support in our community is slim to nil. We need to think about that. Your alliances, associations should only be for the people. My alliances and associations is only for the will of the people. It's only to learn. It is only to learn, to grow, to do, to serve, to give. The system is the way that it is because we refuse to hold foot to fire and shift our community. We wield power. We are the power. And it's okay that we are friends with people that have power, but it is imperative that we hold people accountable to what they're supposed to do. And we have to do that immediately. All of us. I challenge you. Start asking questions, more questions. Don't stop asking questions. We need to understand why. Why? We have not because we ask not, because we seek not. I will work on being nicer, more approachable. But what I will not do is bend the knee when I know I'm right about this. If we shift our mindset and actually put people and their needs ahead of our agenda, we can crack this thing open and begin to heal. It is time that we start to learn what we don't know, tell people those things and start holding people accountable. The people that wield power, but we trust so blindly. Mask off. Understand politics. Make mistakes, but learn. But quit letting people sell water to the ocean. If we want change, we need to shake up the political landscape. After we are finished dealing with the federal politics, we have to come home and deal with what's happening right here in our backyards. We are accountable to it. We are. You all be blessed today.